Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Online Orientation YouTube stream. I'm really pleased that you join us for the third day of Orientation Week today. We will cover the different topics during the online stream. We will talk about emergency and safety, supporting and counseling services. We will also introduce you to Masaryk University Social Networks, ESN MUNI Brno, the Masaryk University Language Center, and the Center for Students with Special Needs. The live stream will last approximately 60 minutes, and we encourage you to submit questions during the stream, and we will do our best to answer them in the chat. After we finish with the online stream, we will meet you again, this time in person at Masaryk University Faculty of Economics and Administration for the Information System Training and the Student Activities Fair. The Masaryk University System Training targets to exchange students. However, the Student Activities Fair is open to all students, including degree-seeking students. We start today at 11 a.m. at the Faculty of Economics with the Information System Training and at 12 p.m. with the Student Activities Fair. First of all, let me play a video for you about emergency and safety rules and setting at Masaryk University. Then I will share a few tips for supporting and counseling services at Masaryk University, and then give a floor to my colleagues to cover the other topics.
Masaryk University is quite a big university with more than 32,000 students and with more than 200 departments at the whole university, which means that each place is quite specific, and it's also reflected in emergency and safety setting at the whole university. So I'm not going to cover the detailed measures for each place, but I will rather talk about general settings, general emergency measures. There is no university emergency service such as campus police or health center, and Masaryk University really rely on state-provided emergency responders such as Czech State Police or Municipal Police. In case of Brno, it's the Brno Municipal Police. There are also firefighters and emergency medical service. I also listed a Czech word for each unit, so you can also recognize that, because not every car, every place may have that in English. I will also talk about the emergency numbers you can use to get the response for emergency services. There is one number, 112, for all three emergency responders: police, firefighters, and emergency medical service. It's a European-wide number that is for free, and the advantage is that the answer will be also in English. So if you call them and ask for help, they will be able to answer in English. The advantage of this number is that they will be able to track you down to see the place you are calling from. So then if you are not familiar with the place where you are in an unknown place in Brno, they will see from which place you are calling them. Just to give you an example how the police car looks like, or the firefighter's car, you can see Hasiči on the car, and an ambulance. You may also notice that there are different numbers, emergency numbers on each car. It's a local setting for the Czech Republic. So there are local numbers you can also use for reaching the given emergency response. It's 150 for firefighters, 155 for emergency medical service, 156 for Brno Municipal Police, and 158 for Czech Police. If you call them to get a response, it's less likely they will speak English, but this number is also free of charge. As I said, there are so many places that belong to Masaryk University. So I will give you in brief should be the procedure to follow in case of emergency. First of all, you should try to deal with the emergency situation on your own. In case it's beyond your capacity, then you should contact or inform the course seminar teacher or responsible person for the given activity, or talk to a local place receptionist or porter's lodge service, because they may also inform other people in the area that the emergency is. And at the same time, you should make sure that someone dials the emergency number 112. In case you are not sure, dial it directly. I will very briefly touch the secure safety, health protection, and fire prevention documentation. Each building has its own measures, such as firefighting regulations or fire alarm regulations, evacuation plans, and maps. We recommend you to check the evacuation path, emergency exits in the given area, especially where you stay in the halls of residence or places where you spend more time. At Masaryk University dormitories, safety and fire instructions are available in each dorm. If you cannot find them, ask at the reception desk. The evacuation plan is available on the inner side of the room door, so please do not cover it, do not remove it. The availability of the fire extinguishers may differ by halls of residence, so make sure you know where the closest fire extinguisher is and where the closest exit is in the door. I will just show you an example of fire alarm guidelines. This is for the Vinarska Halls of Residence. Another document or another documentation or signs that are available are signs for emergency exits and fire evacuation plan. This is again for Vinarska Halls of Residence. In general, there are some rules you should follow. During your school presence, you should not be under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Smoking is generally prohibited in all Masaryk University buildings, except for the designated areas. First aid kit is usually located at the reception desk or at the porter's lodge place. In case of an injury or accident, you should inform the responsible person for the given area, so for the given classroom, teacher, receptionist. You can also inform the international relation officer. Just to give you an example how the emergency and safety setting is at the given halls of residence, you can now see the differences between all four places where the international students live. So just make sure you are aware. If you don't know what the emergency settings are, ask at the reception desk. I will just say a few words how the fire extinguisher works and where you can find them. They are either in your rooms or in the corridors. There might be different types of fire extinguishers. The most common is dry powder extinguisher. You can use for all types of fire. It's not difficult to operate the fire extinguisher, but you should follow the 5 basic rules. First, take it away from the wall holder. Second, pull the security pin from the top handle of the fire extinguisher. Third, hold the end of the hose firmly and point it to the fire source. Fourth, squeeze the handle together to discharge the agent. And the last, sweep. Just a brief summary of what I was talking about. So make sure you know the emergency rules of the place where you are. Make sure you adhere to the work safety rules. Each place may have a different one. And do not violate the rules in the Czech Republic. I just want to draw attention to 2 other things. First is pickpockets that are especially common in the underground passage that goes from the main station towards the Tesco department store. And be aware of the television cameras that are installed in the halls of residence or in other Masaryk University premises. Right now, let's move on to another topic, which is siren signals. The whole Czech Republic is covered with civil defense siren system, which is used in case of emergency warning to general public. And there are 2 types of signal you may hear. First is a siren test. It's a signal that sounds every first Wednesday in each month at 12 noon. And it's an uninterrupted tone of 140 seconds. So it stays at the same level for the whole duration. And it's different in comparison to real general warning siren signal. The general warning announces that there is a danger, and it may sound during the day or night, anytime, and it's a variable tone of 140 seconds. So it goes up and down, and you may hear it 3 times in a row. Another topic I would like to say a few words about is health stuff in Brno. Make sure you know what your health insurance plan covers. Have it with you when you are seeing a doctor, and inform your insurance company about anything that is important for them to know. And be aware of the fact that health and safety rules may be different from what you are used to from your home country or from your home university. As far as the information sources for non-urgent medical aid are concerned, we put them together and put them up to our web pages. Especially the International Student Guide lists all of them. As I said before, there is no campus health center, so you really have to get in touch with the services provided either by state or by individual doctors. There is non-stop medical service in the emergency hospital. There are AED stations in the city center or at different places. There is 24/7 pharmacy on Masaryk Street, very close to the railway station. And We also listed doctors who speak English on other pages, and there are different areas: general practitioners, dermatologists, dentists, and other areas. There is also a page devoted to psychologic and psychiatric counseling. Masaryk University has its emergency numbers as well. It's the emergency numbers operated by Center for International Cooperation. And for incoming international students, it's the Czech country code 420, and then the number itself 777-44-8686. You can also reach us at emergency@czs.muni.cz. We provided all these details in the survival kit, and we will also send you an emergency test. Everyone has to go through the test just to make sure you know what we are talking about today.
Additionally, I would like to draw attention to the student support services that are available either online or as a special unit at the university. First of all, there is online international student guide that is available on our web pages, and it gives you, it covers different topics, so you can just go through and see what it's about and whether you can find your questions right there. Additionally, there is also services provided by Support Center for Students with Special Needs, and you will hear about their activities later in the presentations. There is also psychological counseling. Either there's a special web page, or you can also look at the online international student guide to access it. Of course, there are offices for studies or Center for International Cooperations or international relation offices at the faculty level to give you the support. And I would like to draw attention to sexual harassment and policy and support, which is a topic at the university as well. And that brings me to another service that is a right protection office or Masaryk University Ombuds that is represented by Dr. Janovichova. And if you have any troubles and you need to talk to her about bullying or unequal treatment or discrimination or sexual harassment, you can approach her directly as well. And let me play a video about the activities they cover. Let's move on to a completely different topic, which is social networks at Masaryk University, and let me introduce you to Barbara from the Center for International Cooperation, who will cover the topic.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me and can you see the presentation?
Yes, everything is ready.
Perfect. Thank you. So, okay, again, hello. My name is Bara. I work at the marketing team and I'm in charge of social media. And I will give you a brief presentation about all the social media platforms that we use so you can follow us and be in touch with us. So here is the overview of what we use. It's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or if you prefer X and YouTube. And I will start with the one that I dare to say is the most interesting one for you. It's the Instagram of Masaryk University in English. Here you can see the handle, so you can start to follow us. And basically, we usually share there some tips and tricks for your life in Brno. For example, tips for restaurants, social events, museum or galleries. We recently had a series where we introduced the most interesting museums and galleries. Also interviews with our students or former students with alumni, and facts about faculties and basically just like the lifestyle stuff. And you can be in touch with the university daily life there. And also if you want to have your stories reshared, you can just tag us if you have public profile and we will be more than happy to. The second one is Facebook. Here's how it looks. And we use Facebook mostly for more like formal stuff, the university news and events. For example, if you want to read some interesting articles about the university life, about the research successes and stuff like that, you can always find it there. And also some opportunities like scholarships or some interesting summer schools and stuff like that. And the last one I will introduce is Twitter or X, and that's basically used mostly for science and research achievements. Before I move to the giveaway, I would like to inform you that if you would like to be part of the content creation for mostly our Instagram, you can meet me today at the Student Activities Fair, and I will be happy to give you more information about that. And right now, the next thing and the last thing for me is that we prepared for you a giveaway. And you can win your very first Masaryk University merchandise. Right now, at the Instagram, there should be already published a new post. It's like with the picture of the Faculty of Economics and Administration. You've been there yesterday for the welcome reception. And all you have to do is follow the Instagram and comment when did you arrive in Brno and where are you from. And next Monday, we will pick 3 lucky winners. So yeah, if you don't have any questions, that's it from me.
Thank you very much, Barbara, for your presentations. And now let me introduce you to Denisa, the president of Erasmus Student Network, who will say a few words about ESN as an organization and activities.
So hello, I hope you can hear me as well. So with some of you I've already met yesterday, and my name is Denisa, and I'm the president of ESN MUNI Brno. If you're unfamiliar with what ESN is, we are a non-profit NGO made out of almost solely students. We are the biggest international student organization in the world, and we are present at over 1,000 higher education institutions around the world. We are all our section made by our boards, who are the people who make sure that your experience here is great and it's fun as well as safe. And then we have also our helpers, who you could have met also yesterday. And these are all people who help us create the events, create the promo, and everything that goes around it. We create different kind of events. We have culture events, we have sport events, we have different kind of parties as well, so don't worry about it. And everything you need to know, all the updates and everything else, you can find in our Telegram chats. And right now on the slide, you can access it through the QR codes. As you can see, we have events from February until May. However, don't worry, this whole calendar will get updated during the semester because the culture events such as theater visits and museums will be added. And we will also try to make some kind of sport regular events for volleyball and football to make you prepared for the Erasmus Cup and compete against other universities, other sections in the Brno and its VUT and Mendelu. These are our helpers. You will probably still see them during the orientation week. They will most likely be wearing this I Love Brno t-shirt. And if not, just feel free to ask around because hopefully someone will be able to navigate you to one of us and we will try to answer your questions as best as we can. I have a little Q&A part. I'm sorry that it seems a little bit off. But the first part that you should remember is the office hours, which are gonna be from next week, from Monday till Thursday, from 5:30 to 7:30. Office hours are important for you if you want to learn anything in person, if you need some information, or if you need to buy tickets, or even register for some events that are ultimately free for you. Then the next thing that you may wonder about is ESN card. The ESN card is a very useful tool you can use, however, it's not mandatory. What you need for ESN card is cash and your photo in the size of a passport photo. And why would you like to use it or why would you like to have it? And the reasons are, there's multitude of them. The first one is that we have a lot of partners such as Ryanair or other shipping services, which may help you long-term with your travels during Erasmus, as well as shipping your stuff and your belongings from one country to the other, or for your loved ones as well. Other partners are inside the Brno, and those are usually coffee places or different barber shops and other services around Brno. And if you are not sure about any questions about any of our aspects of ESN, feel free to join our Linktree and our Instagram. You can see both of the QR codes on the presentation right now. And Instagram is as well the easiest to access us and to ask us questions directly. And to end the presentation, I would just like to quickly introduce you to our mascot, and that is Eugene, the crocodile, who is our section's mascot. You will be able to meet him also during the semester. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Denisa, for your presentation. And right now, I would like to welcome here Anna from Language Center, and she will cover the activities they offer.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Hannah, and I work at the Language Center of Masaryk University. You may have already our leaflet in your bag if you already received the welcoming bag with the language options here in Masaryk University. Since we sit in the middle of Europe, you know, in the center, we actually have quite a lot of language choices, a lot of language courses that you can take at our university. So if you're interested in that, or just want to continue your language education even at your degree program or exchange program, you can do that with us. Just to clarify, if you see around the faculties the abbreviation of CJV, that's our language center, because in Czech it starts with the C, with center, and it's just the short nickname for our language center, and in English it has different letters, so it's a bit confusing. But why am I explaining this is that our handle for Instagram or Facebook or X is CJVMU. So if you want to find us, especially on Instagram, or you want to send us a message there, I'm the one who's gonna reply, so you're gonna know who the person is. It's at CJVMU. Okay, I'm gonna quickly tell you your options here. Who are we? And which courses you can take. Actually, all the language courses are for credits. Some of them are just more specifically for your studies. Some of them are for more day-to-day conversation. All right. The format of the presentation is a bit shifted, but I hope you can see everything. If there are any questions, comments, first of all, I can answer it in the chat, or I will be present at the Students' Activities Fair this afternoon. So just find me by the color of my hair or by the CJV stand, and we can talk more about languages. So just a quick overview who we are. We are a university-wide center, so you can find your language center at each of the faculties. We are the largest one in Czech Republic, so that means we have, more options than probably other centers. And of course, we have language courses for your day-to-day communication, but also, of course, also like soft skills courses or speak and writing, and like specific courses for specific, characteristics. As I said, here are the handles, also the website. It has an English section, which what is published on the English section is actually English friendly, not just translated. So if you see there language courses, those are the language courses that we have, we are teaching through English. So they are definitely available. Okay, we have, let's say, two versions of courses. First of them is courses at each faculty. And those are so-called courses for specific purposes. That means for a specific purpose of your study. It's a bit specific for the language level, and for example, you study education, so you can study German for educators, or you study geology, so it's French for geologists, and so on. So it's a bit more specified for your program, for your studies. It's not like that at every faculty. Sometimes you just have basic, I don't know, public speaking, for example. And also, what is great at Masaryk University, you can kind of cross study. That means that sometimes if the system allows you and you like language course at different faculty, for example, because of your timetable, you can actually take it if you like it and if they allow you. You can usually have 2 to 5 credits for that. And to make it kind of more easy for you, easier, you're going to get by email from the center, from Center for International Cooperation, this table. And I'm going to have leaflets at the Students' Fair as well, with all the links for exchange students friendly courses, which are taught through the languages, through Russian, through French, through German. So you don't need Czech for that. So the table will look a bit like this, and it will guide you through all the options at faculties. One course that I highly recommend that we have is Czech for exchange students. We have the course for 1 semester, and it's very specifically for those who want to feel more, integrated during their Erasmus, or they want to just be more present in the day-to-day conversations in the city. So it's more focused on basic speaking than for just grammar, for example, like going from the beginning with the grammar only. So if you want to feel more included and you want to have your exchange studies or your degree studies kind of more interesting with a bit of Czech speaking, you can definitely attend Czech for exchange students. If you maybe talked to your previous colleagues from your degree, this course was also named Color for Czech, but it's a bit different now and different teachers, but it's still our course, and if you heard about it, this is what you want to take. So you can also get 2 credits for that and choose a group. So this is the same course for absolute beginners, but we have 4 times. So we kind of can, you can all take this course and we can accommodate you. Then we have certain courses that are paid, but you can also get credits for that. And those are for the day-to-day communication and they are not built specifically for certain studies. And this semester we had 3 of those. We have Italian, we have Swahili, absolute beginners, with our Tanzanian teacher, and we have German on 2 levels. So if you're interested in more, basic skills in this language that you want to take from, beginners or pre-intermediate, you can take these courses and you can find them on our website. And if you also want credits for these paid evening courses, you can definitely take them. You can definitely sign them into your learning agreement as well. 2 more slides, and then I'm done. Maybe you heard about language teaching assistant position. Is this, let's say, course, because you can also write it into your learning agreement, but it doesn't act like a course. It's basically helping our language teachers in the classes. It's great for people from Faculty of Education, but it's amazing for anyone else who has an interest to kind of, I don't know, maybe meet new people and say something about their country, culture, and language. And you can very individually talk about your schedule with the teachers of our languages, and then you can help them, prepare materials, quizzes, or some cultural presentation. And after the semester, you're going to get a certification and credits for your help as well. And last project that we have, it's called Writing Lab. It's for non-native speakers and native speakers of English. If you want to work more on your language skills in English, on your essays, on your, I don't know, maybe you're writing a book or something, or on your public speaking, we have one-to-one consultations and also group consultations regarding your writing in English or speaking English, and anyone can sign up, and you can chat with our lovely Joe Lennon, and he will teach you how to be, more verbally present at the university and skilled. So you want to check Writing Lab as well. Here is the address. All right, that's it. Here are the contacts. You're going to have contacts for each faculty language center at the table that I'm going to send you, or your coordinator will send you, and you can follow us on Instagram and see you in some language course.
Thank you very much, Hannah, for your presentations. And now let me give the floor to Tomáš Varga from Center for Cyber Center for Students with Special Needs, who will talk about their activities.
All right, so hello everyone. There we go. Just a brief. Yeah, there we go. So I will be talking about services for students who have some special needs and have some issues during their studies, and this applies to you as international students as well. So you might be wondering if there is a person or someone who can help you, that you can with someone with whom you can discuss your special needs during your studies, and there is a whole center for it. It is located in the same building as the Center for International Cooperation, so at Komenského náměstí, at the ground floor, and it's called Tirsia Center, which is the short version of it, but the long one is Support Center for Students with Special Needs. And what we actually do is we help students who need to talk to a psychologist, have some issues like panic attacks or some other anxiety issues, possibly. Even though if they are small, on a smaller scale at the beginning, they might increase during your stay in Brno for whatever reason, either stress or cultural shock. But also, if you are hard of hearing, so in your at your home university you are fine, but you struggle in the foreign language, in English, and you can't follow in the classes, then we might help you as well, either by providing you with an assistant for speech-to-text reporting or notes taking. But we also help students who have some chronic diseases and might have to miss classes due to the illness or other medication issues. Even if you have some medication that you need to get, we might be able to help you out. So you can contact us and we can discuss it furthermore. In general, we are for all students and employees, guests, but for students who have some specific learning difficulties, that's dyslexia, dyscalculia, for example, psychological difficulties, the whole range of it, autism spectrum disorders, chronic diseases, if you are deaf or hard of hearing as well, some visual loss as well, more severe visual loss, and mobility impairment. In terms of mobility impairment, it's virtual bound students or people, but also temporary mobility impairment. So if you sprain your ankle and you struggle getting to classes, takes you more time to get there, there are lots of steps, the elevator is not in the building, and so on and so forth. We can also help you out there, so on temporary basis. Doesn't have to be the whole semester, can be a short-term thing. That applies to hands taking notes as well. If you hurt your wrist or your arm, we can also help you out there. So anything that's health related, then we can help you out gladly. You can also talk to us in terms of providing advice on the study counseling. What we offer in terms of adjustments, one of the common ones is the additional exam time for the examination, so increased by 1/4, 1/3 of the standard time. Then there is the higher tolerance for absences, especially if it's a chronic disease or also psychological disorders. You might use our study rooms, which are for students with special needs at the Komenské náměstí, at our center. Then there is the psychological counseling for the duration of your stay, helping you with some strategies, study strategies, but also planning out the whole semester, the exam period, and so on, so you don't struggle that much. We also provide barrier-free accommodation if needed, personal assistance, note-taking services for more severe disabilities and issues. Then there is the accessible study materials, especially for visually impaired students who need electronic documents and can't follow the regular classes. Last but not least, we also have a podcast, which is called Tiresias's Tidbits, and it is about international mobility and what we do at the center. It's based on interviews with our colleagues, but also former international students. Many of the episodes are in Czech, but we do have some episodes that are in English, quite a few of them actually, and you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts as well. So you can, I recommend, you might find it interesting, and you might learn more from the students themselves. And if you are unsure whether to contact us, you can always send us an email or visit us at our center at Komenského náměstí. You can use the QR code to get to our website, where you can find some more information, what we do, how we work, and so on and so forth. So we will gladly welcome you and help you out during your stay. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Tomáš, for your presentation. And that's everything for this online stream. and I'm looking forward to meeting you at the Faculty of Economics for the Information System training, and we start at 11. See you there.